Breaking news, man. If you haven't heard it already, Luka Doncic to the Lakers for Anthony Davis to the Mavs. So basically, Lakers and Mavs, man, do a all-star, swap, basically. I followed it a little bit yesterday when the news first broke, because I was just trying to see if it was going to be a third team get involved, which the third team did get involved. But yeah, man, that was I did not see that coming. Especially Luka, the caliber player that he is for Dallas. That was random, man. But the GM and everybody for the conference, I watched it a little bit earlier today, before I got home. And they were basically saying, they want to go a different approach. They want to talk more defense, into, the philosophy of their team. So I have been reading chatter as well, basically stating that, they were trying to get up out from under the $345 million extension that Luka was also available for. Man, this trade, it has a lot going on. It has a lot of legs to it. I also read today that a friend sent me that, the Lakers and Anthony Davis and LeBron wasn't even aware that, it was even going on as well behind closed doors. So, I'm pretty sure as, these next 2 days roll, we'll probably get more to the story. But that's besides the trade, which I'm pretty sure everybody is well aware of for the trade. How does it affect the Houston Rockets, right? So if you guys remember a little bit of time, back a couple years ago, when we were ending in the Harden era, when it was pretty much over, he wanted out. We had, our GM Stone. He finally gave Harden his wishes and got him up out of Houston for what he was requesting. Okay. Now, I won't even lie. At the time, I did not feel the trade. I thought we kind of got, I wouldn't say duped, but I mean that's the word that pops into my mind. I felt like it wasn't the fair compensation we were supposed to get for the caliber player that Harden was at that time. The Nets gave us a huge haul, a boatload of, first round picks, pick swaps and stuff like that, right, from the Nets. All right, so with that being the foundation, everybody is aware of that. We fast forward into these later years after, the Harden era. And I must say, I got to give kudos to Stone. I have to, because like I said, at the time, I didn't agree with it. But as time has went on, man, he has parlayed Houston. He has parlayed these picks, man, and these swaps to make them very valuable assets. And one of the things that the Mavs did pick up in the trade was a 2029 first round pick, which, there you have it. Houston Rockets has a swap in that. I think they also have a swap too with the Suns as well. And the reason why I'm basically even bringing this up, as far as the value is concerned, man, if you really just look at the whole outlook of the Mavericks and the direction that they're going right now, man, by the time Kyrie and Anthony Davis in 2029, man, these guys, I'm not going to say that they're going to be old and past their time, but man, they are going to be up in age to the point to where I don't even see. I'm not going to say a team won't trade for them at that time, but I can almost kind of see in these guys like, at the end of their careers, like either probably retiring or maybe getting another year out of it. Who knows? It is a little bit further down the road, but I could very well see the Mavericks, going into a rebuild mode, which, like I said, that we know when it comes to the draft, it would definitely make the swap that we have for them worthwhile, which is why I say it's crazy, because if they had Luka still, I think it would go, a different way if Luka was still there. But yeah, man, I see it's two aging, superstars, and these guys can still play high caliber basketball, being Kyrie and Davis, but they're aging, Father Time is undefeated, which everybody knows that saying. And I mean, we are sitting here. We already see how the Suns are working out. The Suns maybe have, if I had to really put a guess to it, they may have like maybe a year at best to see what they can get, out of this team that they have now. But man, with that 2029 pick swap for the Phoenix Suns, and you got the 2029 pick swap too with the Mavericks, that trade yesterday, that was based a jaw-dropping trade, man, probably going to go down one of the biggest trades in NBA history. Man, that kind of helped the Rockets. I know this is a funny way of looking at it, but man, with those pick swaps that Stone was able to, pretty much, like I said, parlay into all these future picks that we have. And like so far, it's panned out very well for the Houston Rockets, man. And like I said, 2029, I know it's some, time down the road, but man, at the, trajectory that the Houston Rockets are already going with the way the team is playing, the players that we're developing, which I know pretty soon we are going to get to a chopping block. To where, because, there's just being real, we had over the last couple of years or so, we've played, subpar, basketball, in which, we had a lot of picks at our disposal to be able to rebuild this team the right way. But man, we have so much value on the team now in the development in which, these picks are going. And then I think Ime and his staff are doing a great job in helping develop these guys too. It's going to be a lot of value that we're going to have, down the road, especially I think before 2029. So we are going to hit a chopping block, where we're going to have to probably get rid of some of our guys, and hopefully we can, by that time, have a core figured out, for the Houston Rockets, of course. But, yeah, man, let me know what you guys think, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the trade. And let me know what you think on how it works for the Houston Rockets, man. Until then, peace.